Hey, today I'm going to be talking about my eco-worthy solar tracker that I put four 400 watt Ecoflow solar panels on. I'm going to go over some basic things about the actual eco-worthy tracker and how I installed it and what I did to set it up. So let's do that real quick here. I'll flip the camera around for you. Start with the base install. They recommend a concrete 2 foot by 2 foot pad that's about 24 inches deep. I have pretty hard soil, so what I did here was got some pressure treated 4x4s and made a 3x3 grid and put that sucker about 3.5 feet into the ground. Those 4x4s are actually bolted together in every direction. I used maybe 20 lag bolts going like this direction, that direction, so they're all hooked to each other. The last thing I need to do is just paint the top of that wood to avoid seepage from water and stuff like that. These bolts right here are, I don't know, 14-inch long, so yeah, it seems to have no issues there. For the actual Ecoflow solar panels, these things are large and they weigh about 50 pounds a piece. I did have to buy some extra metal rails from Home Depot. They're about 36 bucks a pop. Beyond that, they're heavy, and the eco-worthy tracker was able to support it, but I had to make one modification. It kept on getting stuck in the down position due to the weight. Well, I wouldn't say okay, the weight, but it's the distance from the fulcrum. The distance from this would be your fulcrum. It's a lot of weight. Basically, what I did is I switched this piece around to bring the fulcrum point farther out. The whatever that's called, I forget. But the issue I was having is this bar was binding on this. No matter which side you put this on, it would always bind when it went in full east position. To power the eco-worthy solar tracker, I bought a little tiny panel right here. It goes to a charge controller, which has a 12-volt battery in the back. I got this nice little waterproof container. It's all available on Amazon. I think I spent maybe 40 bucks on that particular equipment. I mounted the wind gauge over here. We don't get a lot of wind here, so I don't really worry about it so much. I just wanted to kind of look stupid. Okay, cool, really. But yeah, the eco-worthy tracker is pretty good. I do like it. You do have to go through the adjustments on setting it up so when it's cloudy outside it works proper. It's good for the money. It was 500 bucks. It's not positional aware, which means that these little drivers here don't know where they are. So you can't really do a lot of programming with them, one might say. Because it would be nice that if during shady times or cloudy days, you could have it revert back to time-based tracking versus using the solar sensor, which is this little device right here. It works really well when it's sunny, but once it's cloudy, this thing moves around a lot and often faces. So that's what I have for you on the eco-worthy tracker. It's worth 500 bucks completely. Like I said, the only modifications I would do is make it so I could be aware of its position, maybe add some arms on it to get its angles and things like that, or actually maybe just angle monitors, and make it so I can change the time tracking at some point. But that'll be another project. What else? Okay, so how much do I get? What's my efficiency out of this? Well, I had all four panels fixed position, and I would get maybe 1,300 watts for around 4 hours a day, which that would be the peak. I mean, obviously in the morning it would be really low for several hours, and in the evening it'd be really low for several hours. On the tracker though, around 8:30, 9 o'clock, I get on a sunny day about 1.3 kilowatts to around 5:30. So I get 8-9 hours of 1.3 kilowatt hours piping into my batteries. The first 45 minutes to an hour in the morning, it's between 100 and 175, and it just ramps up real fast. Same with the evening. But let me show you where I push this power to. So here we go. Let's do this. Now I just have got little wires running down into my garage. This is only temporary. At some point I'm going to put them in a pipe or whatever. They go through the wall there, and they come into my gym. So yeah, I have actually this entire gym, treadmill and tonal, the music, the lights, the fan, all of that runs off of one particular Ecoflow battery. There's my one battery, that's my gym battery. And then I have these 3 batteries right here, which I use to run devices in my house, such as air conditioners, room air conditioners, computers, TVs, things like that. I'm able to completely charge them, maintain them. It's a pretty good little system. And you're probably wondering what this contraption is right here. Well, what I did is, since all 4 of those solar panels, they're in series, I get 150 volts out of that. And it's recommended for efficiency to have higher voltage. So there's really no simple way to charge 2 sets of batteries. I mean, people have suggested use 2 panels for one battery, 2 for the other. There's an efficiency loss there. And I don't know. I didn't like that idea. So what I got here is I have a home assistant, and this little device is a Zigbee relay. And this is a big fat relay. This relay controls this relay. And basically what it does is it switches between which battery is getting charged. I was manually switching it until Ecoflow gave me access to their API, so now I can get the status of the batteries and just swap the switch when I need to. It's kind of stupid the way I have it set up right now. Basically, when the single battery gets to 98%, it just switches over to the 3 batteries. So yeah, I'm gonna probably 3D print a box for this and put it all in there. But look at that, that's a sweet relay, isn't it? Yeah. I'll probably put the link for that down there in my description at some point. But that's pretty much all I got for you. Enjoy.